Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1980 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today we have the second game in a three-game set with the Blue Jays at Exhibition Stadium. Yesterday's game we won 5-2. Jack Morris got his fifth victory in a row, so he's on quite a run right now. And also Richie Hebner out of the number 9 spot hit his seventh home run and had a couple RBIs. That was the big hit for us yesterday. Today's game, we have Dan Schatzeder, who's making his second start since I moved him into the rotation, taking over for Milt Wilcox, who's going to be out for a while. He is facing Jim Clancy, who is 5-4. And let's go ahead and get started with this game. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Also today, we put out a brand new baseball card pack break video. It's of 2020 Topps Gallery, just came out, brand new. We opened up 3 blaster boxes of that. So also, today's Halloween, so I tell a true scary Halloween story. So check that out. Dan Schatzeder, 5-0. All those wins are in relief. His first start, he pitched pretty well. He probably could have went a little bit longer, but I took him out since he's not used to going 5 innings. All of our bullpen is available, so that's a good news there. They're still getting the job done. And here's our lineup versus the righty Jim Clancy. Lou Whitaker is showing as being tired, so I put Tom Brookins in at second base. And I'm going to go ahead and give Trammell the day off as well. His batting average is down to below 260. And we're going to put in Mark Wagner, who was up earlier in the season. Actually, he was on the team right out of spring training. But I set him back down as we shuffled some players around. And we called him up after we made the big trade for Rick Russell. So he's going to be getting his first start since coming back up. And it looks like the Blue Jays lineup is basically the same, except for Otto Valise is going to be in left field today. And everything else is the same. So let's get this game going.
Play ball!
We have Richie Hebner leading off for the first time this year. Like I said before, he had that big blast. Is that an infield hit? It is. So Hebner gets the first hit of the game. And that's going to bring up JT, who's been batting in the 8th spot for the last couple of weeks. But we have him batting second today. And he's going to rip it down the right field line. Hebner's going to advance to third, and first and third, right out of the gate. So Steve Kemp is up, and he is going to crush it to right field. It's going to be caught on a line, and Richie Hebner's going to score. So sac fly for Kemp. And our cleanup hitter, Lance Parrish, he's also catching today. And he's going to send a fly ball out to left field, and that will be 2 outs. And really the unsung hero of the season is Gary Hancock. He's batting .299 and leads the team with 9 home runs. And he grounds out to second, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. So we get a couple hits and a sac fly, and we're up 1-0. So Schatzeder, who is a lefty, he is going to be facing the leadoff hitter, Otto Valise. And he walks Valise, which is not the way you want to start the game. So that will bring up Bob Baylor, who gets a base hit to right field, and the Blue Jays have first and third with no outs, just like we did in the top. So I'm gonna let Schatzeder pitch to Corcoran. Let's see if we can turn two. No, in fact, he's going to pop it up on the infield, and that'll be the first out as Brookins catches it at second base. And that's going to bring up the big hitter, John Mayberry, who's got 10 home runs. Mayberry's going to pop it up to third. And that's going to be two down. So we're one out away from getting out of this jam. Schatzeder is facing Ernie Witt. Oh, and that must have been a hit and run as Bob Baylor is caught stealing second base. So we do get out of that inning, and a great job by Parrish throwing out the base runner. And so no harm. Wow, Fisk leads off the top of the second, and he is in a huge slump. I think he's 0 for his last 18 now, I guess it would be. So Barry Bonnell bats with one out, and he grounds to second. And here's Tommy B batting 196, actually bringing his batting average up as he gets a base hit down the left field line. And he's got a 94 speed. So let's have him steal second since we have the light hitting Mark Wagner up. May as well get Brookins into scoring position. And he's caught stealing, so no dice there. And we head to the bottom of the second. So Ernie Witt was at the plate when Baylor was caught stealing. So he leads off the bottom of the second by striking out. So one down for Roy Howell, and he walks. So we're unaccustomed to seeing Schatzeder walk any batters, let alone two in the first two innings. And Garth Orge grounds to Wagner at short, and they turn two, and we're out of the inning. So here's Wagner, who was also at the plate when Brookins was caught stealing, and Wagner walks. So we have no outs with Hebner, and we're going to hit and run. And that's going to work out pretty good as Hebner gets a double. Nope, he stretches it to a triple. Wagner scores. And it's 2-0. So up by 2 runs, no outs, and JT's up. Ooh, he strikes out swinging. That's the first out. And the second strikeout for Jim Clancy. Steve Kemp is up. He's going to get a base hit to right. That's going to score Hebner. And that's 3-0. I do believe Kemp is leading the team in RBI. So good job by him. Parrish is going to take a walk. So first and second with one out. And that's going to bring up Gary Hancock. And Hancock's going to get an infield hit. He beats it out, and bases are loaded for Carlton Fisk, who is 4 for 11 with a home run against Clancy. And we really need a big one here from him. Just anything positive. Oh no, he's going to hit the second baseman. Oh, and I guess a run does score as Fisk beats it out. He's got just average speed, which is not too bad for a catcher. So the score is 4-1. I'm sorry, 4-0. And 2 down for Barry Bonnell, and he might bloop it into left center field. It does get down. Parrish scores. We don't need to try to stretch Fisk to third, so we're going to say no. And it's first and second, 5-0, with Tom Brookins at the plate. And he's going to pop it up on the infield. So, put a 4 spot on the board. And we head to the bottom of the third. So, Schatzeder's got a 5-run lead. Let's see if he can make the best of that. Nope, he's going to walk the first batter, leadoff batter, Rick Bassetti. And so Runner at first for Damaso Garcia, who's going to pop it up to short. And that'll be one out. So back to the top of the lineup, Otto Valise. And Valise is going to crush it to center. Is that going to get out? It does get out. So that's home run number 6 for Otto Valise. Otto the Swatto. And that trims the lead to 3, so it's 5-2. And that leadoff walk comes back to hurt Schatzeder. Baylor grounds it to short. It's 2 down, and here's Tim Corcoran. He's going to line it to Wagner at short. So, 2 runs on the board for Toronto there, 5-2. We head to the top of the 4th. And here's Mark Wagner. Wagner's going to ground it to short, and that'll be the first out. And we're 3rd time through the order with Richie Hebner. Hebner's going to ground it to short. That's 2 down. And that brings it to GT, who's going to get an infield hit to 3rd base. It's 8 hits for Detroit. So runner at first, 2 down for Steve Kemp. Came through with an RBI in his last at-bat. And he's going to get a base hit to right. Thompson, I guess we're going to hold him at 2nd. Yeah, that's probably not worth it. So we're going to say no. We're going to let the cleanup hitter, Big Wheel Lance Parrish. Oh no, 0-2 count. Oh, he's going to hit it right back to second baseman. So couldn't take advantage of the runners on base. Strand 2, and we head to the bottom of the 4th with John Mayberry. And I know I told this story about John Mayberry before, but it's actually, as he strikes out, it's actually pretty interesting because Mayberry twice led the league in walks, and he led the league in on-base percentage in 1975. So he spent those 6 years with Kansas City after coming up as a 19-year-old with Houston, and you can see how his numbers are kind of diminishing here for batting average. And so he was just let go by Kansas City in 1977, and he went to Toronto, which is why he's here on the game, of course. And it's surmised that they let him go because he was thought to have had a really bad drug addiction. So, of course, I don't know if that's true or not, but, that's crazy that his career was basically over at age 29 as he went to this expansion team, Blue Jays. So he played for a few more years, and then he was basically done. So that was a 1-2-3 inning for Schatzeder as he got Witt to line up to the second baseman, and Howell dribbled it weakly back to the catcher, Parrish. So 1-2-3 inning, and we head to the bottom of the 5th. Gary Hancock leads off, and he's going to ground it to second. If there's viewers that are younger that are watching this game, there was a lot of drug abuse in the 80s baseball. The early 80s Pirates, the Mets, of course, with Keith Hernandez, some of the Giants with Enos Cabell. So, I mean, it was pretty rampant back then as the Tigers go down 1-2-3 at the top of the 5th. There's a new book that just came out. I can't remember the author, and I'm probably going to butcher the title. But I believe it was about the 86 Mets and the drug issues that they had. I think it's called The Bad Guys Always Win or something like that. It just came out. I have it on my order list on Amazon. I'm going to check that out when it becomes available. So, Schatzeder is tired now. He's at 75 pitches, 2 outs in the 5th, so we want to get him the win if we can. As the number 9 hitter, Garcia comes up with 2 outs. And Garcia's going to send a lazy fly ball to left field. And that'll be the 3rd out. So that'll be it for Schatzeder. We'll bring in someone new for the bottom of the 6th. So Brookins leads off with a long fly ball to center field. It's caught before the warning track. That's 1 down for Mark Wagner, who rips it into the gap, right center field. Yeah, let's stretch it to a triple. 90% chance. He's safe. So that's the 2nd triple of the game. Hebner had one earlier. And speaking of Hebner, he's 4 for 9 against Clancy. 1 down. And he's going to ground it to short. That should score Wagner. It does. So an RBI for Hebner. And we're ahead by 4, 6-2. JT's going to take a walk. It's 3 walks by Clancy. And the game's taken a moment to think about it. There we go. Oh, they're going to bring in a new pitcher. So they're bringing in a pitcher named Tom Brown. And I don't know much about Tom Brown. He's not doing too shabby. 3.12 ERA. This is going to be his 13th appearance. It's got the old school Mariners logo. That's probably one of my favorite logos all time. It's nice. I watched the Borat movie the other day, so I have that. It's nice. Okay, so we're going to take out Schatzeder, and we're going to bring in a righty. We're going to bring in Bob Stanley. Continue to keep working his ERA down. He's got a 7.48 ERA. And believe me, it was much worse. Oh, speaking of worse, he walks Valise. And we're going to guard the lines and maybe also try to turn 2 here. That should do it. It's a ground ball to Brookins at second, and they only get the lead runner. So we have a string of lefties coming up. I really don't want to go to a lefty here in the 6th. So let's Stanley pitch to Corcoran. And he walks Corcoran. So you know what? We have the big guy, John Mayberry, up. I don't know if he's been doing coke today or not, so I'm not going to take a risk. We're going to bring in Capizzello. And let's see if we can get out of this inning. Oh, nuts. John Mayberry gets a base hit to left field, scores a run, 1st and 3rd. I probably should not have made fun of Mayberry and his nose candy. 1 down for Ernie Witt. He's going to ground it to Hebner at 3rd. They go to 1st to get the run, keep the lead runner at 3rd. So 2 down for Roy Howlett, and he's the tying run right now. Man, I almost want to intentionally walk him to get to Orge. But you know what? I believe in Capizzello. And is that going to drop in? No, thank goodness. Hancock catches it for the 3rd out. And it's 6-3, heading to the top of the 7th. Tom Brown still in the game for the Blue Jays. Lance Parrish is up. He's going to hit a fly ball to right center field, and that'll be the 1st out. And it's going to bring up Gary Hancock, who's going to pop it up on the infield. Hancock was 1 for 1 against Tom Brown. That must have been back when he was on Boston, because I know we have not seen Tom Brown yet this series or in any of the other Toronto games. And while Fisk goes down looking, well, I don't know. We're probably going to take Fisk out for the next game and give Champ Summers a chance at DH. Okay, so Capizzello, good job by him. We're going to bring in Roger Weaver. And Weaver's probably the only relief pitcher we have that's struggled of late. He gave away a lead in the Baltimore series. as he gets the first out, bringing up Rick Bassetti, who grounds it to second. So 2 down for Damaso Garcia, and he strikes out looking. So 1-2-3 inning for Weaver. And that's going to bring up Barry Bonnell to lead off the 8th inning. He's going to get a base hit to left. And yeah, we're going to try to stretch it to a double. We got a 3-run lead. Let's do it. Yes, Bonnell is safe at second. And here's Tommy B, having a pretty good game. Batting average right at the Mendoza line. And it's going to dip back under. As he grounds out to second, Bonnell advances to third. And here's Mark Weaver, who's been having a strong game. Oh, he's going to ground it to third. Will that get Bonnell in? No. Anybody but the third baseman. So back to the top of the lineup for Richie Hebner. And he hits it to the third baseman for the third out. Okay, so, yeah, let's see if we can get Weaver to get these next 2 guys, and then we'll bring in a lefty for the row of lefties there. Feliz is going to ground it to second, and that'll be the first out in the bottom of the 8th. Here is Bob Baylor. And Baylor will get a base hit to left. So there we go. We're going to take out Weaver. We're going to bring in the lefty. We're going to bring in John Hiller. He's a setup guy. And he's going to have to face his old teammate Tim Corcoran. And I think Hiller got the best of him there with a ground ball. Oh, it looks like Corcoran booted it. I'm sorry, Corcoran. I mean Hiller booted it. And everyone's safe on the error. And now we've got the guy with all the power, John Mayberry. He's got 85 power. And I already told you he walks a lot. So now we're in a little bit of a jam. And he's going to hit a ground ball to Hebner. Is that going to be 2? It is. So we get out of that. And here's Steve Grilly, who is their closer. We've seen him a lot this year. When you're down 3, and you got lefties coming up, I don't know why you bring in a righty, but that's what they're doing. Is that going to be a hit for Thompson? No. Line drive to right field, and that'll be the first out. So here's Steve Kemp, and he's going to pop it up on the infield. 2 down. And Lance Parrish, he's going to walk. So runner on first with 2 outs for Gary Hancock. And is that going to drop in for a hit? It is. Base hit for Hancock. Parrish advances just 1 bag. Oh man, I should just take Fisk out right now. He's batting .228 versus righties. But we have a 3-run lead. Oh, maybe he's going to get a base hit? Oh, man. He can't buy a hit as he lines out to right field. So, yeah, I guess we're going to have Hiller try to get these first 2 lefties before we bring in Senior Smoke. And he's going to get Witt to ground back to Hiller. Won't be an error this time? No. He gets him out. That's 1 down for Roy Howell. He's going to take a 3rd strike looking. And I'm going to give Hiller 1 chance to get the righty Garth Orge. He's a light hitter, so I'm not really concerned. Yeah, he's going to induce a pop-up to short, and that's the ball game. So we win 6-3. Pretty good offensive output. 12 hits against Toronto's 4 hits. Let's see if there's a trade offer. No. Let's take a look at transactions. And there was a trade. Houston trades Vern Rule, former Tiger, to Minnesota for Mickey Hatcher, who I believe they just got in a trade with the Dodgers. So that's an interesting trade there. Little note on Vern Rule, as I mentioned, he used to pitch for the Tigers. I went to school with his niece. I probably shouldn't say her name. Scratch. I'm gonna bleep that out. But yeah, I went to school with his niece. So anyway, let's take a look at the box score. and then we'll get out of here. Again, keep in mind that we have baseball card pack breaks as well, and we have a brand new one that came up today. It was those 2020 Topps Gallery cards, pretty nice cards. Check out that video and get in on that contest that I have for Time Travel Tuesday. The video will be at the end. Right about in this little area here, you can click on that to watch that video and enter that contest. Schatzeder ups his record to 6-3, and that's going to be Hiller's third save, so not too shabby at all. And until next time, everyone, have a good night and happy Halloween.